Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to change out your air filters. Not just only air filters, but I'm teaching you how to change out and the advantages of changing out your air filter for your car and a cabin air filter for the inside of your car. This is going to be for 2007 Kia Spectra. So yeah, let's go. Let's dive right into it. Alright guys, before I jump into changing out the air filter and the cabin air filter for the 2007 Kia Spectra of mine, I want to tell you the advantages of changing the air filter and the cabin air filter. You should change it every 15,000 miles. It's going to save you from all the dust, the pollen, the dander, the mold, the bacteria, and the smoke from the outside world. Also, it's going to help you with gas. You're going to have more gas mileage per gallon because the air efficiency is better, you know. And then also, your defrosting for your aircon and the cooling and the heating is all going to work way better than before. So that is a big plus, you know, especially for aircon, especially on Guam because it's really hot. So yeah, changing out these things will help you a lot in the long run. And your acceleration, it'll improve the way it reacts better because of the more of the air that comes in, and it works better than having a clogged and dirty air filter from the inside and the cabin air filter for the aircon and so forth. So yeah, those are some advantages for changing out your air filter. But remember, change it out every 15,000 miles, or you know, just check it if it's dirty and you like to drive in a dusty, dirty, rocky road. But yeah, those are cool tips and why you should change it. And let's get into this video right now and change out those air filters. All right, so we're gonna be working on the engine. One of the best advices is always unplug your battery, regardless if you're just gonna change out the air filter. It's still connected to these connectors, you know, which is electric. So yeah, you want to fuck those up, and you don't want to like over circuit it and so forth if you fuck these things up. So yeah, let's start off by taking out the battery, and then we'll start unplugging the MAF sensor. We don't really know unplug that, but we're gonna unplug the battery, pop open these tabs, and replace the inside air filter. It's a pretty simple job. Let's get to it. Alright, so we got our air filter, and it's supposed to be white, but look how gray it is and how dirty it is. I don't know if you can really see that, but yeah, we're gonna go replace that out with our ProTech one that we got from Rock Auto. As always, I gotta show you the dirty, the old, and the new. Look how beautiful that new is, and look how dirty this one is. I mean, this one's a little bit good, still good, but I don't think so. It's dirty to me, you know. So I'm gonna change it out, so that way we have better efficiency with our fuel and our air. So let's go change this out. It's pretty simple. I don't know if you saw it. I just unplugged the battery, popped it over the top. I didn't really take off the intake. I'm just gonna put in the filter and then lock up the tabs and then put back the battery. As always, when you do take this out, you don't want any air or debris getting in there, so be careful with that. We're just gonna put this in back to where it was. Be careful, you don't want to break your the hose for the intake. And I also unplugged the MAF sensor. So yeah, pretty much you're just gonna place it in. You know, it should fit in perfect. Try not to put any bulges. Yep, I'm gonna lock it up like that. Looks snug. Tab and tab. And then of course, we're gonna put back our MAF sensor and then plug the battery back in. It's pretty simple. 15,000 miles, or whenever it's really dirty, change out your air filter. It'll help your whole throttle body, it'll help out your IACV, it'll help out your intake, your manifold, you know, and also the MAF sensor. So yeah, just remember, these also need to change. It's a really easy job. You can do it. These filters are really cheap. If you buy it online, Rock Auto, it's just like $6 to $10. So yeah, that's pretty much how you change out a 2007 Kia Spectra air filter for yeah, this car. Now I'm just gonna plug the battery in, and I'm gonna go check out the air cabin, and we're gonna change that one out too as well. Let's go. That battery's in, clock, radio, and everything's gonna be reset. This air filter's, the MAF sensor is gonna have to reset, so when I on it, I'm gonna have to get the idle to get to the hang of it. So I'm gonna push it in, make it you know, compute and so forth. So yeah, let's go do the air filter cabin now. Let's go. Alright, so we're gonna change out the cabin air filter. This one's from Denso. First tip of the thing I gotta tell you about changing out the cabin air filter is take this junk out. For 2007 Kia Spectra, it's the same as kind of like a Kia. there's these two tabs that you're gonna unhook, pull down, and it's gonna open for you. And then you're just gonna click these tabs, pull it open, and your cabin air filter's there. There's always gonna be an arrow on your cabin air filter, so look at it and look where it points down or up. You know, you'll know where to put it in the little filter thing, and also how to put it because the arrow. So yeah, let's go get into that. I'm gonna fast forward this part. Yeah. All right, so this one's kind of easy. What you're gonna want to do is pull this tab. You know, I don't know if you can see it. You're gonna pull this tab outward, and then it's gonna kind of unhook. You can kind of do this with your hand. See it? There's the rubber part. Has to bring it in. You have to bring that in. There you go. And then the other one, same deal. A little push in. Okay, just like that. Put the rubber in, and it should drop down like that. So this is gonna be your cabin air filter. This one you're just gonna pinch the sides here. I can't do it with both hands, but you need to do both hands, and it should pull out. Let's try. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna pull it out. You can see this one is super dirty. It has some leaves and fucking dirt. Yeah, so let's take it out. And also, you can see how the arrow is pointing down. I don't know, or if you can't really see it, but so that's how we're gonna place it in. The arrow points down on the new filter. Well, let's go replace this. Okay, again, as always, we have our old one here. Dirty, have some leaves and so forth, and gray from white. And then we have our new one here. See it? So forth. This one points up, you know. But yeah, our old one, our new one. Alright, so this is the old and this is the new. What I want to show you guys, main importance is this fucking arrow in the cabin air filter. The arrow indicates where you're gonna face it. I mean, usually when the arrow points down, you're gonna put it down. So this one, even if it's facing that way, the arrow's pointing down, up. So I would have to put it down like this. Only because how you should know this is your blower. You see these fans? That's how you'll know. You always point the arrow going down wherever your blower is in the car. Sometimes, most likely it's down, sometimes it's up. But in my case, it's down. So the arrow should be pointing down into this. That's how you know. Some people in my last video for the Kia Sports was crying about this shit. Telling me like I didn't talk about which way the arrow is supposed to point. The arrow is supposed to point at the blower part. Remember that. Regardless if the markings like that one points up, I'm gonna flip it upside down, and wherever the airflow points, where the airflow is going in, is to the blower. So that's what I'm gonna do with this installation. All right. So as you saw, when I took this out, the arrow was pointing down. Right? It was pointing down. So this one, when I bought it, the arrow's pointing up. But since we know how the arrow points down, we're gonna flip it. Even if it's like this is the right way to put it. It's always gonna be facing the blower. Just remember that when you install it. Always make it face and point to the blower blades, like the one I have shown you. Yep, nice and snug. All right, guys. So yeah, the arrow's pointing down as we installed it because it's pointing down because the blower is right here. Again, that's the whole debate of which way the arrow points up or down. The whole main thing about it is where your blower is at. Since mine is pointing down, the arrow will point down. And when we took it out, the arrow was pointing down. Even if this is new, this filter's new, and it was the pointing, the words were reading regular and the arrow's pointing up, I flipped it upside down so the arrow points down. I'm gonna put this in just like a pizza in an oven. You just push it in, it locks. Perfect. And then everything we do in reverse. We put those tabs in, lock it, boom. Pretty easy. And then, well, we do it with the second one as well. Boom. Locks in, pretty easy. And then put everything back. And that's how you change out a cabin air filter, and the biggest debate of which is the arrow pointing up or down. It all depends on where your blower is, those blades. The arrow always points towards the blades. Okay, so you saw me take everything out. I'm gonna put everything back in, you know, so forth. You don't need to see that. You saw the dirty air filter, and you saw me replace the air filter in the engine. With that said, we are done changing the air filter for 2007 Kia Spectra, and we are also done changing the cabin air filter for 2007 Kia Spectra. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope this video helped you understand why changing out your air filter is a kind of a big thing, and it'll help you out in the long run. Colder aircon, better gas mileage, better acceleration, saves your lungs from outside pollutants, and so forth. And helps your engine and car overall with defrosting, getting colder, and so forth. You saw me change it out, you saw me did the things and everything, and you also got the tips of which way the arrow points. Is it up or down? It all matters with your own car. 2007 Kia Spectra, the blower is in the bottom, so the arrow points down. For your car, just look in. If you see the blades on top, the arrow is going to point where? On the top. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, baby!